Is the Consulate General, sir, here? Mr. Dr. Madan Mohan Sethi, his office has been joined?
Yeah, just join. I think just join.
Yes.
I'm
Joined?
yeah, we're joining.
Perfect. We are good to go.
Yeah, we're good.
Ready, ma'am? 1, 2, 3, start.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Today we are here for the official launch of Ho Chi Minh and Hanoi representative offices of ICI in Vietnam. As we all know, the RO formation has been a remarkable journey throughout, and today it's more special because ICI is going to mark its first footprint in Vietnam. To grace the launch of the event, we have our esteemed dignitaries from India and Vietnam, whom we heartily welcome. At the advent of the program, I would like CA Ankur Agarwal, Nodal Officer, Ho Chi Minh RO of Vietnam, to give the introductory remarks and introduce the dignitaries. Over to you, Ankur.
Thank you so much. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning to everyone joining this live event from across the globe. I hope you and your loved ones are keeping well and safe. My name is CA Ankur Agarwal, and I am based in Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam. I welcome you all to this virtual inauguration of the representative offices of our Institute of Chartered Accountants of India in the two vibrant cities of Vietnam, Hanoi and Ho Chi Minh City. I'd like to begin by extending my sincere gratitude and warm welcome to our chief guest for the event, His Excellency Shri Pranay Verma, who is the Ambassador of India to Vietnam, Dr. Madan Mohan Sethi, Honorable Consul General of India in Ho Chi Minh City, CA Nihar Jambusaria, who is President of ICAI, CA Dr. Debashis Mitra, Vice President of ICAI. We have CA Mahavir Singhvi, IFS, who is the Joint Secretary in the Ministry of External Affairs of Government of India, and to our guest speakers from the Indian Business Chamber in Chan, which is
You're muted. Ankur, you are muted. Yeah.
Okay, I'm so sorry. Okay, so good afternoon, good evening, and good morning to everyone joining this live event from across the globe. I hope you and your beloved ones are keeping well and safe. I'm CA Ankur Agarwal. I'm based in Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam. I welcome you all to this virtual inauguration of the representative offices of our Institute of Chartered Accountants of India in the two vibrant cities of Vietnam, Hanoi and Ho Chi Minh City. I would like to begin by extending my sincere gratitude and warm welcome to our chief guest for the event, His Excellency Shri Pranay Verma, who is the Ambassador of India to Vietnam, Dr. Madan Mohan Sethi, who is Honorable Consul General of India in Ho Chi Minh City, CA Nihar Jambusaria, President of ICAI, CA Dr. Debashis Mitra, who is Vice President of ICAI, CA Mahavir Singhvi, IFS, who is the Joint Secretary in Ministry of External Affairs of Government of India, and to our guest speakers from the Indian Business Chamber in Chan, which is a recognized organization by the government of Vietnam, representing Indian community and promoting Indian business interests in Vietnam. Shri Manoj Barthwalji, who is the chairman of Incham Ho Chi Minh City, Shri Indranil Singh Gupta, who is chairman of Incham in Hanoi, and to all the professional colleagues joining us live today. Thank you for gracing this event with your presence. Friends, this is an important milestone in the journey of global expansion of ICAI when our institute is setting its formal footprints in one of the Southeast Asia's fastest growing economies, Vietnam. India has a long-standing development partnership with Vietnam that has made positive contributions towards capacity building and socio-economic development of Vietnam. Bilateral trade between India and Vietnam has been steadily rising over the past 2 decades. Vietnam has emerged as an alternative to China for businesses to relocate their productions in Vietnam. As both countries look to bounce back after the pandemic, the India-Vietnam relationship remains strong with significant potential. With the launch of these representative offices of ICAI in Vietnam, we hope to foster this ever-growing relationship further. I'm extremely delighted to be a part of this initiative and at the same time thankful to our institute's visionary leadership for their relentless and dedicated efforts to strengthen the ICAI brand globally through many such initiatives, thereby supporting us members in our global professional pursuits. These representative offices will be a great forum for us chartered accountants in Vietnam to network and collaborate with the institute and local bodies for furtherance of our presence in Vietnam. Lastly, I would like to thank the members of International Affairs Committee of ICAI in New Delhi who have tirelessly worked with us in establishing these representative offices in Vietnam, as well as making this event happen. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Ankur. Now I would like to call CA Dr. Debashish Mitra, the Vice President of ICI, who is renowned for his interactive deliberations in international financial reporting standards and corporate laws. Apart from that, he's an avid speaker. He passionately shares his deep and incisive knowledge in India and abroad at various events organized by ICI trade organizations and other reputed institutes. He is an accomplished professional having immense knowledge of trade and industry. On international front, he was the chairman of Committee on Education, Training and CPD of SAFA and member of Audit Group of Confederation of Asian and Pacific Accountants, CAPA. With a lot of vigor, I would like to please call Dr. Debashish Mitra, Vice President ICI, to take the platform and share his words of erudition.
Thank you very much.
Over to you, sir.
Thank you very much. For today's program, Sri Pranay Verma, the Ambassador of India to Vietnam, Madan Mohan Sethi, the Consul General of India, Ho Chi Minh City, Mahavir Singhvi, our good friend, our good friend of the Institute, Joint Secretary, Ministry of External Affairs, Government of India, of course, my own council colleague and the President of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India, Nihar Jambusaria, and to Ankur Agrawal, thank you very much for having spoken about the background of the launch of these two representative offices of ICI in Hanoi and Ho Chi Minh City. But since we have the presence of dignitaries here, especially His Excellency Sri Pranay Verma and Mohan Sethi, let me just speak to you some words about the Institute of Chartered Accountants. We are the second largest accounting body in the world, having a membership of more than 350,000 members and more than 8 lakh students. We have about 164 branches in India and 5 regional councils. See, this with the introduction, with this 2 representative offices being inaugurated in Hanoi and Ho Chi Minh City in Vietnam, we will end up having a global presence in 44 countries with 67 offices. 39 chapters and 28 representative offices. That is what we are going to have. The international footprints of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India is going to be huge. I'm extremely happy to be present in this, to be part of this auspicious occasion where we are launching these 2 representative offices. I have seen the excitement on the faces of our members who are in Vietnam. And at the Institute, let me tell you, we have this special fondness for the members who stay overseas. And we do everything possible to ensure that that umbilical cord between the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India and all those members who are overseas continues. I would, of course, I have forgotten to acknowledge the presence of Charanjit Singh Nanda, my council colleague, who is also present there. I was speaking about our international footprints. Presently, you know, we are a board member of IFAC. We are, of course, a board member of International Ethical Standards Board. We are there in CAPA. We are a very important member of SAFA. So you see, our international footprints are, very much etched. And those of us who follow us, they know that, we have this great desire to share our thoughts with all the international bodies. At the national level, we take pride in being a partner in nation building. And the Honorable Prime Minister of India is on record as having said that, the GST in India would not have been successful without the presence of chartered accountants, had the chartered accountants not got themselves involved. And when I talk about partner in nation building, when I describe chartered accountants as partner in nation building, these words, partners in nation building, was coined by the former President of India, APJ Abdul Kalam. So he was the one who said that we are partners in nation building. And these are words we really take pride in. both these offices, that is the ICI offices in Hanoi and Ho Chi Minh City, are going to be extended arms of the institute. We take pride that these two offices will ensure that not only ICI becomes closer to the membership who are there in these two cities and in the whole of Vietnam, but I'm sure with the launch of these two offices, the two great countries, India and Vietnam, will come closer. And at the institute, we will do everything possible to see that we extend our arm of friendship to both these offices and to the country, and we work to ensure that these two countries, through these offices, they work closer together than even before. I am gladdened to note that His Excellency is here with us, and I'm sure His Excellency will note our resolve to see that we commit ourselves that the relationship between the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India and the members in Vietnam will be further strengthened. I wish this launch great success. And I congratulate all the members who are residing in Vietnam. And my special congratulations to all those who worked hard to ensure the success of this launch. Needless to mention, as I stated earlier, that at the Institute, we have these three words which we really value, that is ethics, independence, and integrity. And as we go ahead in our journey together, I'm sure these three words will play a major role. Once again, my hearty congratulations on the launch of these two offices. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir, for giving us a major insight on ICI and motivating us for furthering the excellence. Now I would like to invite on platform our own dynamic President ICICA Nihar Jambusaria, who is the torchbearer of ICI, a man of professional wisdom, vision, and strong organization skills with a firm belief in all-inclusive growth of Indian chartered accountancy profession. Presently, he is the chairman of all standing committees of ICI. Besides being a member of the Professional Accountants and Business Advisory Group of IFAC, he, in his capacity as President ICI, would be representing ICI on International Integrated Reporting Council and on the board of SAFA. CA Jambusaria is a member of very important committees constituted by the government and regulators relating to policy formation that includes Government Accounting Standards Advisory Board and Audit Advisory Board, both constituted by the CNAG of India. He is renowned to be an altruistic hard worker bestowed with exceptional organizational networking, administrative and leadership skills. He has made noteworthy contributions in whichever capacity he has served the profession. Thank you so much. Sir, may I please request you to take the platform. Over to you, sir.
Thank you. Good afternoon and good evening, everybody. Today we have the privilege of having from Vietnam, Ambassador of India to Vietnam, His Excellency Sri Pranay Verma, Consul General of India, Ho Chi Minh, Dr. Madan Mohan Sethi, Chairman Indian Business Chamber Ho Chi Minh, Sri Manoj Barthwal, Chairman Indian Business Chamber Hanoi, Sri Indranil Sengupta, and Ankur and Harini, and from India, respected Vice President of the Institute, CA Dr. Debashish Mitraji, my colleague in the Council, CA Charanjot Singh Nandaji, CA Mahavir Singhvi, Joint Secretary, Ministry of External Affairs, who is our friend, philosopher and guide in terms of our global initiatives, Mudit and Tapolabda from office. Friends, today for us and for Hanoi and Ho Chi Minh, it is a very remarkable day that we are launching two representative offices of ICI in Hanoi and Ho Chi Minh. And with the opening of these two representative offices, now ICAI will have its presence in 67 cities out of 44 countries of the world. 39 out of these 67 are chapters and 28 are representative offices. And I think I will explain what is a chapter and a representative office. A chapter can be formed in any city where we have at least 20 chartered accountant members and who become the member of the chapter. And this is the format which the institute has recognized. Last year we realized that in many cities there are chartered accountants but who have not registered with the institute or who have not intimated that they are in that part of the world. So the council came out with a new concept that let us start with representative office, where in a city there are at least 5 chartered accountants. They can form a representative office with the intention of ultimately culminating this into a chapter, finding out who are the members who have not registered, involve them for the mutual benefit of members who are settled in that city or country, and at the same time have global presence of ICAI in every part of the world. So last year we started this new concept, and during pandemic, the then president also thought that let us focus our efforts towards expanding global presence when physical travels are very restricted. So last year itself, our presence increased from 34 cities of the world to 67 cities of the world. And this year, this initiative is continuing. We are carrying forward this work which Atul Gupta last year thought, let us have as many rep offices and finally convert them into chapters. So this year this effort is continuing. In Vietnam, now we have 2 rep offices from today, when we inaugurate finally these offices today. Launch of representative offices in Hanoi and Ho Chi Minh will further strengthen the relationship of India with Vietnam. I would also suggest that these 2 rep offices should get engaged with the local accounting body, VACPA, Vietnam Accountants
Certified public.
Association of Certified Public Accountants, and see that we enter into MRA or MOU. At present, we have got 8 MRAs with different countries of the world like Australia, Canada, UK, Malaysia, South Africa, and we would be happy to have MRA with Vietnam too. And the 2 rep offices may first make efforts to convert them into chapters and then make efforts to have this MRA, and if not, at least MOU. Representative offices will also serve as a nodal point of ICAI to address the issues and concern of its members. So see that if you can engage more members and they've got any issues locally if they are facing, then you can act as nodal office and resolve those issues. Last year, with the efforts of our own CM Mahavir Singhvi, who in Ministry of External Affairs put up the proposal and got it sanctioned, that the ministry sanctioned the status equivalent to CII, FICCI, SOCHM for the purpose of economic engagement, consular facilitation, such as issue of passports and attestation of commercial documents. The benefit of this recognition will also be available to our chapter when you convert it into chapter in Vietnam also. And the details of this recognition will be sent by Mudit to you, and this will be one more incentive to you to get converted these representative offices into chapters, because at rep office you will not have this recognition, but when you get it converted into chapter you will have this recognition. Another very important aspect where we would seek your support is, you are aware that next year in November 2022, India has been allotted World Congress by IFAC. So IFAC, this World Congress will happen in Mumbai, in India, and you try to engage as many members from Vietnam as possible to register for this event. It will be a unique event where the members will come to know what is going on in the profession around the world. We are expecting more than 6,000 members to participate from India as well as abroad, and it will be a unique opportunity for all of you to engage with all these members who attend the World Congress. ICI has also come out with a comprehensive and holistic international affairs policy, which aims to develop Indian chartered accountancy profession as a truly global brand at international level. So you may go through this international affairs policy and take full advantage of it. I would close my address by saying congratulations to you. I wish you all the best, and I am sure that Vietnam and India will be more connected going forward with your presence there, and you will make every effort to keep the representative offices very active and get them converted into chapter as soon as possible. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir, for your brilliant remarks, which we are sure shall pave the way forward for moving the CA fraternity towards a whole new level of success and excellence. Now I would like to request on platform Dr. Madan Mohan Sethi, the Consul General of India, Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam. Welcome, sir. I would like to give a short introduction for Dr. Madan Mohan Sethi. From September 2010 to February 2014, he was a Consul General in Consulate General of India, Mandalay, Myanmar. Then he also handled the responsibility as Political and Commercial Officer in Embassy of India, Rome. In the absence of the regular officer in Embassy, he represented India in Food and Agricultural Organization, International Fund for Agricultural Development, and World Food Programme for a period of 13 months. Apart from this, Dr. Sethi also handled works related to Asian ML Division in Ministry. He has discharged the charge of Director, Central Europe Division from May 2019 to May 20. Dr. Sethi has acquired good organizational skills and experiences while handling different and challenging positions all over the world. May I please request Dr. Madan Mohan Sethi to take charge of the platform and share your words of erudition with us.
Good afternoon. I think good evening and good afternoon. I think this is a nice occasion to get ICI opening its representative office both in Hanoi and Ho Chi Minh City. We are happy actually in the sense another entry of an India's Institute of Repute entering again into Vietnam's soil actually. So welcome to both the office, and I'm sure in coming days they'll have to do lots of activities to keep their name high. What I want to tell that the relationship between India and Vietnam is quite cordial and quite friendly. Our relationship is now of comprehensive partnership type. Our cooperation extends to almost all areas, including defense and IT also. And Vietnam is a very important partner for India's policy of Act East. If you see the bilateral trade from 200 million in US dollar in 2000, in 2012 it reached $10 billion. Now in 2019, it was 12.4 billion US dollar, but in 2020, due to the COVID crisis, it is again still at healthy at 10.04 billion US dollar. We have got some investment, more than 290 companies, about cumulative investment of 1.9 billion if we consider from third countries, and some very less investment have been done by the Vietnamese companies into India. So both the embassy and the consulate, they are working in tandem under the supervision of the ambassador to promote trade and commerce in coming days. Just to highlight that in the last 7 to 8 months of this COVID crisis, both embassy and the consulate have done more than 30 business meetings, and in which they must have contacted more than 3,000 companies from India and maybe more than 1,000 companies from Vietnam in different sectors. So it is a welcome sign that Indian Charter ICI office is opening up at a very crucial time when Vietnam is getting lots of investment. The country is developing at a very high speed, and it is a country for us to watch also by international financial agencies who are keeping their stakes in Vietnam. And for us, it is very important. One is that we have to up our trade. Both the leaders have agreed to take the trade to 15 billion. So there are lots of things we have to do. And I understand that here the chartered accountants from India, they can also help us in connecting the clients, big clients, whom we can speak about the opportunities and challenge, opportunities and possibilities in Vietnam for trade and investment. So I must thanks the President, the Vice President of ICI, and to INCHAP, and to the two representatives, Mr. Ankur and Harini, for starting this new venture. And I can assure that all kind of support from my office, from our embassy, in their future endeavors. So thank you again for starting on a new path. I wish all the success to the both the new office of ICI in Hanoi and Ho Chi Minh City. Thank you all of you.
Thank you so much, sir, for sharing your words with us. I would like to call CA Mahavir Singhvi, IFS Joint Secretary, Ministry of External Affairs, Government of India, to the platform now to give a brief introduction about Mr. Singhvi. He was appointed to the Indian Foreign Service in the year 1999, and since then he has served in several important assignments in the Ministry of External Affairs, including as Joint Secretary to the Counter-Terrorism, Joint Secretary to Central Europe, and to Director of Border Connectivity and SAARC. He, along with that, has also served as the Deputy Secretary to Technical Cooperation and Director to Multilateral Economic Relations. He has represented India on several international forums during his various assignments in the diplomatic service. He is a regular speaker on diverse subjects at various national and international conferences, seminars, and summits. Also, apart from this, he has been bestowed with several laurels and accolades, including the ICI's Business Leader in Government Department Award 2016, the prestigious British Chevening Fellowship to Pursue Foreign Service Program at the University of Oxford, where he secured an overall distinction, an achievement described as rare and laudable by the university in a letter to Government of India. May I please request CA Mahavir Singhvi ji to take the platform and share his words of excellence.
Thank you. Ambassador of India, His Excellency Sri Pranay Verma ji, Consul General of India, Ho Chi Minh City, Madan Mohan Sethi, President of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India, Nihar Jambusaria ji, Vice President Sri Debashish Mitra ji, Council members present there, Mr. Charanjot Singh Nanda, other friends and colleagues from India and Vietnam, and of course the representative office coordinator Ankur Agarwal and Harini Sridharan. It's a great pleasure for me to be here on this occasion of launching of the two representative office in Vietnam, one in Hanoi and the other one in Ho Chi Minh City. Let me congratulate you and on this very important occasion for establishing these two representative offices in Vietnam. ICI, of course, both the Vice President and the President of the Institute has already spoken about how they have endeavored to enhance the standing of the accountancy profession, not only in India, but all over the world. And the current and the immediate past president of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India, I think they deserve a special recognition and mention in this context, that they have endeavored to expand the outreach of Institute to various cities in the world, and the target which they have set for having their offices, both chapters and representative offices, in at least 100 cities by 2024 is very laudable. So I congratulate the Institute for that, and I hope that the Institute would continue to expand its outreach to the world. And I really feel proud being an alumni of the Institute, when I see the Institute expanding its frontiers internationally and making a mark in the world. I'm also the member of the Institute's International Affairs Committee, and I'm aware of the efforts which have been put in by the Institute, both President and the Vice President, the immediate past President and the Council members, for actually bringing Institute to this level and getting these representative offices and chapters inaugurated in various cities of the world. I'm sure that today's inauguration would further help its members abroad, particularly in Vietnam. I think the Institute would be able to serve them better through these representative offices. As you all know, the world around us is undergoing a tough and challenging times due to COVID-19 pandemic. The global economy as well as the Indian economy has been facing a daunting challenge. No one better understands this than a chartered accountant. It is therefore important for us to think over how you can bring together and you can come together and help each other, and also in turn help our country, the economy. Prime Minister Modi, as you recall, while addressing the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India, had once said that chartered accountants are like ambassadors of the economy. And therefore it is for the chartered accountants to see how they can help in reviving the economy of the country and of course the country where you are situated right now. Prime Minister has given a slogan of Atmanirbhar Bharat, and I think that is something where you can really contribute as a member of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India and an expert in economics and finance. India looks forward to your expertise in bringing investment, mergers, acquisitions, technology in India. Both India and Vietnam have very close relationship, as already been spoken by our Consul General in Ho Chi Minh City. The trade is expanding, and I think chartered accountants can certainly play a role in further strengthening this relationship and taking our trade and investment to a greater height. There is a lot of expectations from the Institute. The President has mentioned about the recognition which was given to the Institute. In fact, Foreign Secretary once addressed the Institute, and in that he said that all the Institute's chapters abroad would be treated at par with the apex trade bodies like FICCI, CII. So I think that's not only a responsibility for you and also an opportunity at the same time. And you need to actually realize this opportunity and engage with our embassies and consulate as much as possible. And I'm sure that our embassies and consulate would be willing to associate with you and would be more than happy to extend whatever help possible to realize the dream of $5 trillion economy of India in due course. I think you have a lot of responsibility in your hands, and I think with that responsibility and the opportunities, I think these representative offices and chapters would certainly help in realizing not only your personal dreams but also our collective dreams, as I said, of making India a better economy and a better place, and of course a developed economy in the due course of time. So we look forward to have your support in bringing investment into India, bringing technology into India, bringing mergers, acquisitions, bringing more and more trade to India, and our embassies and consulate would be more than willing to help you in that direction. Lastly, once again, I thank you for inviting me, and once again, congratulations to you for this opening of the 2 chapters in Vietnam. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, sir, for showing your deep insight on the CA profession and its achievements, motivating the fraternity once again to extend its arms across the globe. Now I would like to request His Excellency Shri Pranay Verma, the Ambassador of India to Vietnam, to please come to the platform. To start off with his profile, Mr. Pranay Verma assumed the office of the ambassador, being the ambassador of India to Vietnam on 25th July 2019. He has joined the IFS in 1994 and has held diplomatic assignments in Hong Kong, San Francisco, Beijing, Kathmandu, and Washington, D.C. Before arriving in Hanoi, Ambassador Verma served as the Director General of the East Asia Division at the Ministry of External Affairs in New Delhi since June 2017. Apart from this, he has also served as the Director General for External Relations at the Department of Atomic Energy, looking after India's nuclear diplomacy. I would like to put a short insight on the fact that before joining the IFS, he started his professional career at India's famous steel manufacturing company, Tata Steel, and he holds a master's degree in addition to his studies for the Chinese language from the Middlebury Institute of International Studies, California. Thank you so much, sir, for being here with us today, thereby strengthening the relations between India and Vietnam. I would like to put the platform to you now. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much, President of ICAI, Mr. Jambusaria, Vice President Debashish Mitra, my colleagues from Foreign Service, Mahavir Singhvi. It was a pleasant surprise seeing you, Mahavir, there. I wasn't aware that you are so actively involved in ICAI, and I'm sure you have played a seminal role in ICAI's global outreach that we just heard from the leaders of ICAI. So congratulations also for that. By Consul General in Ho Chi Minh City, Dr. Madan Mohan Sethi. Here sitting with me, Indranil Sengupta, Chairman of the Indian Business Chamber in Hanoi, and across the country, Manoj Bartwal, Chairman of Indian Business Chamber in Ho Chi Minh City. Thank you very much for inviting me at this virtual launch of the Hanoi and the Ho Chi Minh representative offices of the ICAI. I congratulate ICAI on this initiative at a time when nothing much is happening in physical format due to COVID-related restrictions. It is indeed refreshing to participate in a ceremony opening of a representative office. In fact, 2. I'm sure that these offices in Hanoi and Ho Chi Minh City would help ICAI in providing Vietnam-specific services to its members, and would also help in expanding its outreach to the ASEAN region.
For your advertisement, you tell me the sign you want. Huh? Carry the on. Okay, then it's fine.
Somebody got into the link.
Okay. So if you want, then you tell me to book the space, okay? Yeah, thanks.
But Banerjee, I think there is, Mr. It need to switch off her speaker.
Buttons. So I think we are offline and somebody is online now.
And let's say Madan is calling.
No, we are not there. It's okay, sir. You can please continue.
Okay, thank you.
Please continue, sir.
Thank you very much. Well, today's initiative by ICAI with regard to Vietnam comes at an important juncture. This year we are celebrating 5 years of our comprehensive strategic partnership with Vietnam. This is also going to be in January next year, we will be celebrating 50th anniversary of our formal diplomatic relations with Vietnam. And of course, as you would have all seen, we have just kick-started the 75th anniversary celebrations of India's independence. So I think it's quite a momentous point in time of our engagement with Vietnam and in our own modern history. And I think it's very propitious that ICAI has chosen this time to open your offices in Vietnam. Speaking about Vietnam, I think Madan gave you some introduction, but I would say that last 50 years of our association with Vietnam has been a remarkable journey of togetherness, as we both have overcome our own adversities to pursue nation building and socio-economic transformation to be what we are today. The depth of our ties have been affirmed frequently in our relations. And most recently in 2016, when we elevated it from a strategic partnership to comprehensive strategic partnership, which essentially means that we are engaged more deeply with each other and we are engaged across a wide range of collaborative engagement. Coming to this engagement, our discussion today, of course, the larger context of all discussions these days is the impact of COVID-19 pandemic and a realization that we need to rethink the business as usual to adapt better to such uncertainties in the future. There are many lessons and realizations that we have learned over the last 1 year of experience in dealing with this pandemic. And in the context of our economic engagement with Vietnam, one important lesson is that even though COVID-19 has brought disruptions, it has also opened up new opportunities for us to seize. And as I said, we need to rethink, and COVID-19 has pushed us into rethinking the ways we engage with each other. And it is there that new opportunities emerge. For example, our supply chain as well as demand disruptions are quite well known, well established in the wake of COVID-19. But our effort is on exploring new supply chains and new partnerships to overcome those disruptions. And this is an opportunity for us to actually expand our trading, our investment and economic engagement by identifying new links located in each other's country. And I think ICAI clearly comes in that picture as forger of new links in this current situation. In India, I think Mahavir mentioned about this. One of the biggest realizations that we have had is that we need to have a self-reliant India. I think that's a very profound response that India has made about adapting to COVID-19, post-COVID-19 world. And the Prime Minister's vision of Atmanirbhar Bharat is clearly one of the paramount policies that we are focused currently today, even in our engagement with our partners outside India. This vision of self-reliance is clearly not about isolationism. It is about building capacities at home so that we can connect with the world with better abilities and more effectively. So that we can also contribute to the global well-being, integrate effectively in the global supply chains, and be of greater utility to our partners. So self-reliant India will be an important platform on which we can build our economic engagement with Vietnam too. This is recognized in the joint statement, in the joint vision that our prime ministers adopted last December when they met over the virtual summit in December 2020. We also have this belief that India's post-pandemic economic revival will be a major force multiplier for the global economic revival. India's strengths and capabilities, which will be developed as we come out of the shadows of the pandemic, will not just create grounds for India's own future growth, but will also be the engine for global growth, generating opportunities for our partners, such as Vietnam. And to seize this moment, to turn this crisis into opportunity, in India, our government is undertaking far-reaching reforms, as you are aware, in areas ranging from labor to land, from agriculture to manufacturing, from education to manufacturing, and small and medium enterprises, all aiming at India's revival in a big way, and with the confidence that the India that will emerge after the pandemic will be a stronger India than the one we saw before the pandemic. And on this path, we will also create opportunities for our partners. As Prime Minister Modi also said, that India offers our partners 3 O's: opportunity, openness, and options. And we are quite confident that ICAI will be a partner as we move forward to engage with the international community in our economic engagement based on this vision. As I mentioned, the recently held virtual summit between our prime ministers, when they adopted a historic joint vision for peace, prosperity, and people, they recognized the strong complementarities based on India's large domestic market and vision of self-reliance on the one hand, and Vietnam's own growing economic vitality and capabilities on the other. Both sides have agreed to constantly upgrade their economic engagement by facilitating long-term investments in each other's economies, promoting joint ventures, and engaging in new global value chains. This emphasis on long-term investment in each other's economy, I believe, is where ICAI can be a strong enabler and partner in our efforts by helping our businesses link up with each other. Again, as Mahavir mentioned about India's vision for becoming a $5 trillion economy in the coming years, this is not just a number. I believe that this is about providing good governance. This is about enabling grassroots empowerment by using people's participation, by using technology, and achieving sustainable and inclusive development. This journey from our $3 trillion economy to $5 trillion economy is going to create capacities that will and demand that will throw open significant opportunities for our partners like Vietnam to engage in our growth story and benefit from it. It is heartening that, as we heard, ICAI is now present in a large number of countries, and this number is expected to grow over time. This is in line with the vision of Atmanirbhar Bharat, I believe, where our enhanced capabilities would contribute to the global welfare. I'm glad that ICAI has mutual recognition arrangements with leading institutions, as well as capacity development arrangements with several countries. It's only befitting that our Ministry of External Affairs has engaged, I believe, ICAI for conducting training program for our ITEC program for the government officials from various countries. And as I just learned, it has also been recognized as at par with other business chambers to play the role of certifiers for business. So I think these are in recognition of the contributions that ICAI has made. Your contributions in fintech, investments, joint ventures, mergers and acquisitions are commendable. And as Mr. Mitra just mentioned, with over 350,000 members now, out of which more than 40,000 are outside India, I'm sure that ICAI would continue to be a major force, a positive force for India's own growth story, for India's own global outreach, and will expand its presence around the globe, extending its expert advice on various issues. I wish ICAI all success and assure you that from the embassy and from our consulate in Ho Chi Minh City, we will do whatever we can to make your endeavor successful and in helping you engage with counterpart bodies in Vietnam and establishing lasting engagement with them. Thank you very much once again.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, sir, for your kind words. It was really great to have your presence for the launch today, and we are sure that the strong diplomatic relationship between India and Vietnam will be instrumental for the accounting bodies in both the countries to reach the epitome of success by unfolding new professional opportunities. Again, I would like to thank you on behalf of ICI, Ho Chi Minh and Hanoi RO to be a part of the launch. Now, I would like our team to play the video of the launch for the official launch of Hanoi and Ho Chi Minh RO that has been made by a composition of all the videos taken from the members of Hanoi and Ho Chi Minh, and I hope you all like it. Thank you so much. I would like the team to play.
Hi, this is Vasudev Nayak from the May 1999 batch of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India and a member since then. It is a great opportunity for us to represent the Institute in Vietnam, which has been a growing trade and commercial partner of India for the last many decades. Never before has the relationship with Vietnam been so strong in all aspects. The opening of a representative office in Ho Chi Minh and Hanoi will give us the opportunity to take this relationship further. Thanks to the administration and the governing council team from the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India, and also congratulations to all those from Ho Chi Minh and Hanoi who have been involved in this landmark achievement. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Sazin Ania, currently based in Ho Chi Minh City of Vietnam, and I have been proud member of ICI since 2016. It gave immense pleasure to be a part of team which is spearheading the launching ICI office in Vietnam. On this occasion, I want to personally thank the ICI leadership, the regional team whose effort have resulted in this great initiative, and I wish a great success to it in the future.
Good evening, my name is Ashish Verma, a chartered accountant from ICI's May 2008 batch. We as members are very excited to get ICI's formal footprints here in Vietnam. It will not only help us to improve the visibility of members in the market, but will also promote the knowledge sharing among ICI's peer institutions. Vietnam and India are both frontrunners when it comes to building new global supply chain in post-pandemic world, and both countries share a long-standing relationship and multiple cultural ties. I am sure ICI's representative offices will help to strengthen this bond further between two countries. With this, we welcome ICI to this beautiful city of Vietnam with its new offices in Ho Chi Minh City at the bank of River Saigon and in the capital city of Hanoi.
Hello everyone, Namaste. Myself CA Prasanna Nair, batch 2009.
Hello everyone, I am CA Jaspreet Nair, 2011 pass out. We are very privileged to be a part of the esteemed body, the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India, and now feeling very delighted and honored to be the founding member of Ho Chi Minh City Representative Office of our esteemed institute.
The idea of opening a representative office alone brought so many of us together. We are quite confident that this step will enhance the professional development and networking of all of us together. This will help strengthening the trade relationship between two of the fast-growing economies and enhancing the presence of Institute to Vietnam and beyond.
We would like to take this opportunity of congratulating everyone for this great moment and wishing all our professional colleagues good luck.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is CA Disha Shah. My membership number is 148330 and I've qualified in the year 2011. We have been in Vietnam since last 9 years and we're really happy to know that ICI is open its rep office in Hanoi and Ho Chi Minh, which will help us all the professionals here grow very well, and really thankful for that.
Hi, my name is CA Jigar Shah. I have qualified in 2008. We have been here in Vietnam for last 9 years. It's indeed absolute delight for us that ICI is setting up two of its rep offices in Ho Chi Minh and Hanoi. This will help all the professionals here who are based out in India and also in Vietnam to help grow, and along with that help grow the country Vietnam, which has been doing very well of late in terms of its GDP and in terms of its demographic advantages as compared to India. So we hope that this partnership helps scale both the countries to greater heights. So wishing all of you good luck and best
All the
wishes.
best. Thank you.
Thank you.
Namaste, I am CA Rajul Bagrulia. RO will help to meet like-minded professionals and increase my professional skill sets. RO will also act as a platform for Vietnam accountants and the industry to get associated with the world's best accounting professionals. I wish best of luck to all RO members and special thanks to ICAI and Mr. Pranay for helping to launch RO office in Vietnam. Thank you.
Hello, this is Nilesh Bangalore from November 1987 batch, currently based in Hanoi. Hanoi has a relatively small but growing Indian community, and currently we have 5 chartered accountants in Hanoi. The idea of a rep office is a great platform for members to network and also interact with the local accounting bodies, which will provide opportunity for the members to contribute. On this occasion, I would like to congratulate all the members of Hanoi and Ho Chi Minh on this landmark achievement. All the best and thank you.
Namaste to all the fellow chartered accountants. Myself Himanshu Vyas, and I cleared my CA exam in May 2012. I am very happy that soon we will have an ICAI representative office in our Hanoi city. I am very excited to be a part of a common body that will represent ICAI in a foreign land. For me, having an RO is about self-development along with the collective development, as well as a medium to reconnect with ICAI and other fellow chartered accountants. I would like to thank all the CAs who took the lead and spent their time and energy to make this happen, along with the staff of ICAI who work from behind the curtain. Hope soon we will have an ICAI chapter also, and many more milestones in the near future. I congratulate the Chartered Accountants of Hanoi and Ho Chi Minh City. Thank you.
Thank you so much, everyone. I hope you all enjoyed the video. I would like to put forward that our President Sir, Nihar Jambusaria, has to go for an exigency. So he will be back with us soon. So may kindly please excuse for the event for a little bit of time.
In 5 minutes, we'll be back, but till that time, please.
Now I would like to invite Shri Manoj Baltwal, the Chairman, Indian Business Chamber in Ho Chi Minh, Vietnam. Mr. Baltwal, am I audible? Mr. Baltwal? Mr. Manoj Baltwal, am I audible?
We're trying to fix it.
Yeah, you're audible.
Yeah, perfect. Mr. Baltwal, before you start, I would like to give a small introduction on you. Mr. Manoj Baltwal, who currently serves as the chairman of INCHAM Ho Chi Minh, Vietnam, he had nearly 3 decades of work experience in pharmaceuticals, marketing and general management in diverse markets and cultures in Asia, mainly comprising of India, Cambodia and Vietnam, while progressively assuming higher roles and responsibilities. He is currently running pharma consultancy and trading business with company based in Singapore. As he has assumed the responsibility as the chairman of INCHAM since Jan 2021, he has also earlier worked as part of BOG's. The chamber primarily endeavors to play an active role in promoting the business, cultural and social interest of the fellow Indians. It offers a platform to strengthen social, cultural and political ties between India businesses and Vietnamese authorities for smooth functioning and promoting trade between two countries. Mr. Baltwal, I would like to take up the platform and please share your words of wisdom with us.
Okay. Good afternoon and namaskar from Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam. And I would like to thank our ambassadors, His Excellency Mr. Pranay Verma, our Consulate General of India in Vietnam, Mr. Madan Mohan Sethi.
Sir, can you ask that again, here or not?
Am I audible?
No,
hello?
You're audible.
Oh, okay.
I'm audible. Okay. So anyway, so do I need to start again? Okay, great. So, and also I would like to thank Mr. Nihar Jambusaria and the Vice President of ICI, Dr. Debashish Mitra, and also Mahavir Singh Ji, the Joint Secretary of Ministry of Foreign Affairs, and the members of ICI for giving me this opportunity and express my views on launch of their Ho Chi Minh and Hanoi rep offices. So on this occasion, maybe I would like to highlight a bit on the business potential between the two countries, like, and how, you know, like the new chapter of ICI can help towards promoting those business ties. So if we go historically, we have almost 40 years of business ties. And of that, in last 20 years, the business between India and Vietnam has grown massively from almost 200,000 to $12 billion now, 200 million to $12 billion by 2020. And if we see, you know, the overall change in the global scenario, which is like kind of initiated by COVID, it seems, you know, like a lot of the Vietnam is getting a lot of importance as people are looking for an alternative to China. I think this is wrong. People are looking for an alternative to China, and Vietnam emerges as one of the strong countries in Asia to take that load of China to Vietnam, and thereby giving a lot of opportunities to companies who have countries who have a good tie with Vietnam. So India that way has a lot of potential to help Vietnam in developing and getting that business from benefit out of the countries moving out of China. So with this, I think if we look into the overall investment of India into Vietnam. So I think as of now, currently we are poised at $2 billion as mentioned by our ambassador. But in this $2 million, if we go actual, the direct investment from India, it's around 900 billion. And that too basically, like few companies contributing to that. So in terms of investment, there is a huge potential between India and Vietnam. And we, like on the latest front, I think there's Tata Coffee who had made some $50 million in the last few years, last 2-3 years. And then we have HCL Corporation, which is going to go big way and bringing almost $700 million project to Vietnam very soon. And other than that, like we've been hearing about Adani, they're going to open up the Suzlon to come out with big energy projects. And I think few more companies who are looking at Vietnam as an investment center. So with this, I think, so much opportunity opening up. So we have the role for the Indian peoples to take up these opportunities and make Vietnam feel the presence of Indians. So towards that, I think it's a very good initiative from ICAI to start their chapter here. I have been here for 20 years, but I have not seen many of you. So like you coming out and, like putting up a face, make Vietnam feel your presence and take the business relations to a better height. We really need this brand India to make us develop our business here. Unfortunately, unfortunately we call it, the image of like this country, they follow the image of the country, not just by the company. So we may have Tata Birlas in India, but for them, we all are Indians. Anybody coming from very small part of India is also considered as good as anybody coming with the big names. So we have to work on the brand India as such if we really want to have better trade ties. Otherwise, we are looked maybe, if you see in terms of business volume, Thailand, Indonesia, Malaysia, they do much, much bigger business than what India does to them. So we have to really improve our image and then we can make our presence felt in this market. So I must congratulate once again this effort. And other than CAs, we have a lot of engineers, we have a lot of doctors. We need to come together. We need to show our presence. We need to make them feel our importance. Then only we can look towards a better business. So I see this as a great initiative. And myself as in-charge chairman, I would like to, give you maximum platform to show to Vietnam market that there's so many of us who are already contributing in terms of human capital, but we need to change it to the business capital. So with this, I congratulate you once again and wish you all the best in developing India-Vietnam trade ties. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Manoj Barthwal. Thank you so much for your kind words, which gave us a true insight on the happenings of the Indian Business Chamber in Ho Chi Minh, Vietnam, and how it can help in building the professional standards and opportunities of business between ICAI and Vietnam. Thank you so much. I think at the outset of the program, we were all very excited for the program to begin. And now, since we have come at the end of the program and with such a brilliant finish, I think we would like to call CA Harini Sridharan, the Nodal Officer of Hanoi Representative Office of ICAI, who can furnish a brilliant closure to the entire ceremony. Harini, may I please put the platform to you for your closing remarks.
Thank you, Ms. Banerjee. And that was a delightful inaugural celebration. A big wholehearted congratulations to both the representative offices of Hanoi and Ho Chi Minh City. We'd like to thank several people who contributed to making this event a grand success. First, we would like to thank the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India. ICAI to us has always been like a mother hand-holding her child throughout. Starting from the stage of imbibing us with the right education, getting us a well-deserved job through campus placement programs, they keep us relevant throughout our life through continuous professional education. And I must say, growing the member base from just 1,700 to over 3 lakhs over the years is definitely not easy. We take pride in being chartered accountants. It is this image and gratitude that has brought us together to serve the profession. Today's inauguration was special with the President C.A. Shri Nihar Jambusaria's encouraging words. Sir, we will certainly look towards culminating all the inactive members to make it a chapter. Also, having an MRA with Vietnam Association of Certified Public Accountants is a first in the list. We also wanted to thank the Vice President CA Dr. Shri Debashish Mitra, and we will definitely live up to the words of a former President of India, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, and we will be a partner in the nation building. We are honored to have today Dr. Shri Madan Mohan Sethi from the CGI Ho Chi Minh City office. In his speech, he highlighted the cordial relationship between India and Vietnam, between both the countries, and that was quite reassuring. Thanks for taking time out of your busy schedule to be part of the launch today. We also wanted to thank CA Shri Mahavir Singhvi, Joint Secretary, Ministry of External Affairs, Government of India. He has been a source of constant support to all of us. Today, he reminded us the recognition that we as representative offices have towards nation building and the responsibility that comes along with it. We are sure we will work towards delivering the promise. Thank you, Shri Mahavir Singhvi, for being with us. And we are all really excited to have our chief guest, His Excellency Shri Pranay Verma, the Ambassador of India to Vietnam. His very warm and encouraging message was very nice to hear. We do recognize the closer ties of India with Vietnam after converting the strategic partnership of Vietnam to a comprehensive strategic partnership. We will definitely work towards this by being a link between the trades in both the countries. Thank you very much for coming and gracing this occasion with your presence, sir. And we look forward to join hands and work with you here in Vietnam. We also like to place our special thanks to our guest speaker, Shri Manoj Bharadwal, Chairman of INCHAM in Ho Chi Minh City, for gracing this occasion on such a short notice. We will look up to your rich experience that you gained by working with businesses in Vietnam over the past 22 years. Thank you again for joining us, sir. And a big shout out to Shri Mudit, Ms. Banerjee, and the International Affairs team. Their steadfast efforts lighted the spark in all of us, and if not for them, creation of these two ROs would have been next to impossible. We would also like to thank CA Sashi Singhania, who created this wonderful launch video. He diligently put together the messages from all the RO members. Thanks for your time, Sashi. Finally, we want to thank all the founding members of both the representative offices for pledging to grow their member base and to be ICI ambassadors. Once again, here's wishing both the representative offices of Hanoi and Ho Chi Minh City the very, very best. Let me conclude with a saying, alone we can do so little, together we can do so much. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I think if we had seen this video before, in spite of the pandemic, we would have traveled to Vietnam for two reasons. Because the longing to meet you is always there. But apart from that, we would have enjoyed this beauty and nature of Vietnam. Looking forward to meet all of you. See, if the things don't open this year, then at least next year be here for World Congress so that we can meet personally. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, we'll get in touch. Looking forward to open the chapters very soon. Bye.
Thank you.